Hello, and what is today, by the way? Today is Wednesday. So welcome to your Wednesday episode of The Blip. Not gonna be any editing. It's just gonna be me going down the list for interesting news that essentially came out today that I really want to talk about. I think this is gonna be the format for the days in which I do this post my regular job. That way I don't spend like an hour and a half editing and dropping things in and doing this and doing that. I can just get straight to it. The very first thing we're going to do is we are going to watch the Marvel Rivals trailer, and I am going to give my opinion on it because I've steered clear of it while I was at work today. So let's go ahead and try that out. Play. Make sure you guys can hear. Hold on. I don't know why the setting is always set to like that, but there we go. Right off the bat, this right here. This worries me. If you don't know what NetEase is a Chinese company. They go. How do I even explain this? They're the type of company that is always on the lookout for making the quick buck, and they're also the type of company that the if the IP that they are working on isn't generating the amount of revenue that they want it to, they'll just shift 70% of the workforce to go and work on something else. Having NetEase be the company that's basically going to be working on this game, because it's like in conjunction with Marvel. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. That's going because it's either this game is going to be absolutely fantastic, amazing, and then they support it for the next couple years, or it's going to be super amazing for maybe like the first 3 months, then it has like a major fall off, and then you'll start see them shifting people from the project to something else, and then the content pipeline is just going to eventually dry up. We'll see. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Hold on. Yeah, Loki, Magic, Ears. I'm assuming that's Namor. I don't know who that is. Groot, Rocket Raccoon, and then Rocket's the last person on the end. I'm really hoping that we get multiple different skins for these guys because I want Rocket's skin from the Guardians of the Galaxy game where he's in the suit. That's my favorite Rocket design ever. Also, can I just say that the art style for this is fantastic? Like, if this is going to be the in-game art style when they're fighting, I'm there for it. Oh, it is! If Spider-Man can't web swing, I'm gonna be infinitely annoyed. Like, I see him running on the ground as though he's just Mr. Pedestrian. He's friends with everybody. If he doesn't web sling, I'm gonna be mad. And it better not be the web slinging mechanics from the Marvel's Avengers game. Please. Just look at what Insomniac did with Spider-Man 2. Copy that shit and paste it here. That's all I'm asking. See what I mean? Did he web sling? Did he web sling or did he just web everything up and then instantaneously went right back to the ground? I do not want a pedestrian Spider-Man. I want to be able to web sling. But that better be in the game. Oh, so Loki's basically Echo from Overwatch, where he can copy somebody's ability. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel as though Loki's ability should have been more along the lines of Mirage from Apex Legends, where he can confuse the enemy by creating clones of himself. that they'll go after, or creating clones of his teammates, or creating clones of the enemy, to basically like confuse the enemy and throw them off in some way, shape, or form. Having his ability basically be, oh, I can copy another champion and I can use your champion's move, it doesn't really lean Loki. Okay, and Magic is basically Junker Queen. That's all that is. And I'm telling you right now, if Magic is that fucking baller, I'll probably end up being a Magic main. Galacta. Oh no. I will bet money that this is the splash art screen for when you open up loot boxes. A common item is up here, a blue item right here, a purple legendary item right here, and then something that's above legendary being right here. I will bet money that this right here is the screen that you get when you go and you open up your loot boxes. I will bet cold hard cash on that fact. Okay, so we got Storm. Is that Magneto back there? I'm going to assume that that's Magneto. Star-Lord, Mantis, Wanda. Whew. I'll definitely be a Wanda main as well. And I'm assuming Cable? I might be wrong. Oh no, Punisher? Is that a better look at them on the side? Yes, Wanda. Yes, Mantis. Yes, Peter Quill. Yes, Storm. Oh, Storm looks so fucking amazing. That's definitely Magneto. That is a Magneto level pose right there. And I'm trying to think that this might be Punisher, or it might be Cable. One of the two, either or. Yeah, no, Marvel. Yeah, that was Magneto. Marvel Rivals has the potential to be good, especially if it's taken care of and it's shown love. Some of the combat looks a little bit clunky in comparison to something like Valorant or Overwatch, where they're not really showing the neutral gameplay. And what I mean by that is, think about when you're playing Overwatch before you get your ult, how you're playing against the enemy team, like that neutral type. That's the neutral gameplay before you get your ult and you use your ult to probably wipe the team or push for an advantage some way, shape, or form. This video really doesn't show the neutral gameplay. It more or less just shows the characters running around doing cool shit and using their ults. Like, you know, the Hulk transforms. The Hulk transforms, he's jumping around, he's slamming onto the ground, and then instead of watching more of the neutral gameplay, it swaps Iron Man, and he's automatically doing like something fucking devastating. Something that's probably on like a 30. Wait a minute, go back. Because it's in the corner, right? Was that his ult? Wait, do they have different ults? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So we see Hulk's ult, then we see Iron Man using his ult. His ult's on Q. Well, let's see what happens when Spider-Man uses his ult. Yeah, it goes right to 0%. And it looks as though Spider-Man should have web slinging, because when you look in that bottom left-hand corner, it looks like where it says L shift with the I don't know who's using these controls first off. It looks like right trigger or right click on the mouse is webbing him up. Looks like L shift might be his jump into a web sling, which means that you get 3 web slings. I'm fine with that because having Spider-Man just basically web sling around the map the entire time would be fucking annoying. Then it looks as though he has an ability where he can shoot out a web and probably stick you to the wall. Then he has a regular punch, looks like a uppercut, probably the one he hit Joe Fixit with that sent him into fucking orbit. And then he has his ult, which is the ult is what he basically used here. So it looks as though there'll be definitely abilities that complement the neutral gameplay, and that's good. That's really good. Um, but like I said, some of the combat looks like a little bit clunky. There's a part where Penny pops her ult. Is this it right here? She pops her ult? No. She pops her ult like a little bit later on. Like the magic stuff looks good because it's really hard to fuck up melee in a game like this. Then you've got Rocket, but then I also like the fact that there are team ups. That if you have a ally in the vicinity, you and the ally can team up to do something really cool, like Rocket jumping on Groot's shoulder to be able to lay down some devastation with his autocannon. But this right here that Tony does doesn't seem like it's a. It doesn't seem like it's a ultimate. No, because his ultimate bar is set to 0. So this looks like it's just one of his basic abilities where he can do a big repulsor blast. But right here for Penny Parker, right? So her ult is basically like those arms come, or maybe it's not an ult for those arms coming out because right here once again, you can see like in the corner her ult is at 0%. But look how the combat is when like it's knocking the people. Like it's a wee bit clunky knocking them back, but at the exact same time, Overwatch started somewhere. Then that's just basically nitpicking for a new game. I'll definitely play the fuck out of this game when it comes out. When does this game come out? This game comes out. The closed alpha test is in May. And I think it's only on PC for right now. So I'll definitely play this game when it comes out to see what it's all about. Because I 6v6 battles utilizing brand new team up skills and destructible locations from across the Marvel multiverse. Yeah, no, this has the potential of being really, really good. And there's also the fact that they can lean into unlocking just an absolute fucking ton of different Marvel characters that they can use and they can play as. So yeah, I'm keeping my eye on this. We'll definitely be playing it on the channel. We're definitely going to be creating content for it because like I said, the second I saw it I was like, yes, give this to me, and make sure that Cyclops is definitely one of the heroes you release in season 1 because I want to play as that man. Moving on to our next thing. GameStop may be dead. Now it's not really shocking the fact that uh a new report predicts a bleak future for GameStop. um the shift in media has GameStop has always been the company, just like Blockbuster, and I really feel as though GameStop is going to end up being the Blockbuster of my generation. Now, a lot of people will say that Blockbuster went out of business in my generation, but you have to understand that we were kids when Blockbuster went out of business. So the adults who raised us were more familiar with Blockbuster when it was at its heights, when it was truly in power and it ruled. For us growing up, our store was GameStop. It was where the new releases were happening. It was where we would go at friggin' 11:55 at night to get that midnight release to jet back home and play Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3. Um, Here's the thing. Just like Blockbuster, GameStop did not innovate when they had the chance. I feel as though they did have the chance to innovate. When they started seeing things go digital, I really feel as though GameStop should have started getting into the digital space of things where yes, we still offer the physical merchandise at the store, but we have a digital store on PC that you can purchase these games and you can play on because I do not believe that GameStop has a digital store. Not to my knowledge. Let me see something. Does it have a digital store? It does. But the digital store thing is too late. You allowed a lot of these other companies to basically create a digital store. Like for instance, you allowed Epic to create a digital store before you created a digital store when you were the marquee of physical media. GameStop should have evolved. They should have evolved way sooner. They should have evolved when they saw the way in which Netflix and Steam were basically evolving. They chose not to. They chose to put all their money in physical retail. And as a result of that, they've had to basically watch their consumer base shift to more digital consumption. There are more people today that are shifting over to PC gaming than there were back then that were solely only console gamers. Netflix, GameStop chose not to adapt to that. Like, companies withdrawing from European markets, sales decline blamed on fewer store visits, revenues down by 20% year over year, leaving three markets in Europe. Yeah, because it's a lot easier for people to basically purchase their games digitally on their console. They don't have to physically go to GameStop. They don't have to worry about GameStop giving away their pre-ordered game to somebody else. I can pre-order my game unlocks at midnight, I instantaneously start playing it at midnight. And it's that content delivery pipeline, or that content delivery delay, that really is one of the reasons why um GameStop is essentially dealing with the shit that they're dealing with right now. Uh can they turn it around? I don't see this. I don't see them turning it around. Like, GameStop Pro membership, but it doesn't matter. None of that matters at all. Like, in my opinion, it is too late for GameStop to save itself. GameStop should have started innovating 14 years ago, in 2010. 2010 was when GameStop needed to start innovating to be the dominant force inside of the space. They're just going to end up like all of the other companies that, funny enough, they gobbled up. Anybody remember EB Games? Anybody remember FuncoLand? Like, those were companies that were also game companies, just like GameStop, that GameStop ended up scooping up and absorbing into themselves and taking over their locations. Now GameStop is running the risk of basically becoming just like I said, Blockbuster, where they're going to be probably only four locations of GameStop that are available. One of them will probably be near me, because for whatever reason this GameStop refuses to die. They have consistently continued to exist. I mean, as GameStops disappear from my area, this GameStop has been just solid in his existence. But I'll be sad to see it go. But like I said, eventually all this stuff falls by the wayside, especially in regards to physical media, when digital media is just so is it's just so much more appealing than the physical collection. And another thing that's really killing GameStop is the fact that there are a lot of companies that simply don't make physical media anymore. They don't make the physical discs. Instead, it's a code inside of the disc case, and you just download it online when you get it. And it's like, well, why would I go to GameStop to purchase a pre-order and have that pre-order be a piece of paper that tells me that I can download my game when I get home, when I can just download it off of the PlayStation Network or off of Xbox? It'll be sad to see GameStop go, but this news really doesn't shock me. And moving on to our last story of the day, story is going to be super quick, and it's also super sad, which is the fact that Ninja basically went in for a annual skin check. We're just gonna read it what he said. All right, I'm still in a bit of shock, but I want to keep you all up to date. A few weeks ago, I went into a dermatologist for an annual skin mole check that just proactively schedules for me. There was a mole on the bottom of my foot that they wanted to remove just to be careful. It came back as melanoma, but they're optimistic that we caught it in the early stages. I had another dark spot appear near it, so today they biopsied that and removed the larger area around the melanoma, with hopes that under the microscope they will see clear non-melanoma edges, and we will know that we got it. I'm grateful to have hope in finding this early, but please take this as a PSA to get skin checkups. Yes, there are a lot of people out there that are in a lot of major people out there that are stars that have been catching cancer recently. I don't know if cancer is on the rise, but it's definitely becoming a lot more prominent. And I just realized that I might be vocally out of sync with my webcam. Whatever, it's too late now. But like I said, cancer is on the rise. Always get yourself checked. Get yourself checked for prostate cancer. Get yourself just welfare check, memory, just everything. Just make sure that when you're with your doctor, that you're checking to make sure that there is nothing hiding inside of your body that is attempting to slowly kill you. Please take care of yourselves out there. I'm happy that Ninja was able to basically catch this cancer super fucking early, and I'm hoping that they were able to basically get all of it, and it's not something that's going to come back and fuck with him in any way, shape, or form in the foreseeable future. But that's it for our videos. Oh, our videos. That's it for our news for today, Wednesday episode of the Blip. If you have anything you want to say, any opinions, any comments you want to leave, please comment below. Let me know, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.